Hello everybody and welcome to this replay. This is Chronic Lack of Care. Today we have a continuation of the best of 5. We have Rain and Sync versus Warchief Rich and Starshape. All these players I've seen before, but Sync I know literally nothing of him. We shall see how he fares off in this matchup. For the bottom team, for Warchief Rich and Starshaped, we have Orc Human. Again, we are on one of those maps where you can place an expansion in behind. Quite favorable. We shall see how it goes. But I am surprised with Rain and Sync. They have opted to go for double undead, and this looks like a fiend build. Is it? Yes. Right. Crypt and graveyard first. What is Rain going for? He's opting for a crypt first. And then, not crypt first, but altar first, and then delayed graveyard, I suppose. So we're gonna probably see some ghouls coming in from Rain. I wonder what heroes are they gonna get. Is it gonna be a double DK or something else? They have opted to change their races for this matchup as opposed to the previous one, but we shall see what happens. It doesn't really matter in what order you watch these replays, because I'm not gonna give any spoilers in any of them, so it wouldn't spoil the surprise or anything like that. I will get an annotation here or something of a kind, just to make this timer invisible, to make the game a bit more interesting. So to say, Tomb of Relics coming in, yet another Ziggurat, ghouls coming in, Dreadlord first. I wonder if he's gonna go for that aura. You can creep very fast with it. We have a peon. It's an early scout coming from Warchief Rich. He wants to see what's going on, and he is going to see quite a lot here, especially when he sees the crypt without a cemetery. He will know what's going on. What is Sync going for? That altar placed in the weirdest of positions, far in the back, used for walling off the gold mine. DK going, so that Dreadlord will practically be invincible with that aura and the death coil coming in to heal him up. What heroes do we get down below for Warchief Ridge and Starshaped? Farm. No, I don't see a hero, sorry. Wow, this is a really forward placement of that shop. It is in the proximity of 3 creep camps, but I'm not sure if it's worth it though. Paladin first here. Wow, we're getting some weird things in this game. I wonder if this is going to work out. Both teams have opted to go out of standard, out of the norm, and that's what I like the most, I suppose. So let's see how it plays out. They seem to be... sorry about the sound, didn't really notice that. We have this creep camp being cleaned up, but our Blade Master dangerously low. Undead players going straight for this mine. There's an Acolyte there, they're going to expand straight away. Same can be said for the bottom team. They're doing pretty much the same thing. I think they're going to go for the expansion as well. I remember the last game, that Holy Light and the Healing Wave for the Shadow Hunter, but unfortunately it was insufficient to defeat the whole army as they lost the base, and yeah. So much for non-spoilers, right? You can see that I'm a man of my word. Anyway, Dreadlord and DK both going up to level 2 at the same time. They're pretty much the same on XP. Dreadlord a bit ahead, but nothing too serious. And Warchief Ridge seems to be bent on creeping out this part of the map. These creep camps. Seems like he's gonna succeed, but that Blade Master has taken a beating, some serious beating. Very good item for him. Produces all magic damage dealt to the hero by 33%. I can imagine a Lich will come later on, and that's gonna do wonders in terms of damage reduction. I'm gonna keep that item in all likelihood. Sync going for rifles. Sorry, not Sync. Starshaped going for rifles. In combination with a paladin that does not have the divine shield. Instead, he has a devotion aura. This matchup just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Dreadlord coming into scout. Some skeletons were sent there to do some damage, but nothing significant. And it would seem that the orc player will expand here, not the human player. I do not understand the reasoning behind this. Maybe it is to feed the human player for those rifles or something of a kind. But the human expansion could have gone up a lot faster.
A player's forces
The
are
undead
under
expansion
attack.
is coming into play as well. Forward placement of that necropolis, I mean, this is really far forward. Maybe it is to expand that blight or something of a kind. I do not know, but Blade Master coming in, slow reaction for that acolyte, and has taken more damage than he should have. Another one taking damage, not being drawn back in time, but that Nerubian tower gives so much time as that Blade Master is low. He could use a Windwalk to finish it off. Probably should kill at least one of those acolytes, but no, he decides to retreat. He is revealed. He has to go back now for sure. These rifle numbers are beginning to stack up. There seems to be quite a lot of them. They still failed to creep this camp out.
Siege.
Even though there's a forward shop there, they had the opportunity perhaps, but not enough units for the orc player, I suppose, to do it. Only 3 grunts here, along with the Blade Master. The expansion is coming in. He's expanding and teching at the same time, which is usually a big no-no in these games. You're not supposed to do it, but they seem to be able to get away with it. He has a good amount of grunts, in spite of his strategy. Puts quite a strain on the resources for a short while, but long-term investment will for sure pay off if they manage to endure. But they're not only enduring, but they're putting up pressure. It's hard to imagine they managed to do that. We got decking for both undead players. Slaughterhouse coming in, but there's a battle here that I'm missing a bit. Sorry for that. There's a roar. Scroll of the Beast on these rifles, and they're tearing apart these ghouls. This lightning shield, yeah, doing some damage, but more damage. You think to the players that casted it then to the rifles, now doing a bit of damage there, not enough I'm afraid. These ghouls are basically free XP at this point of time, but as long as they are there, these fiends are able to function. These fiends are able to do their job to inflict significant damage. If they weren't for those ghouls, these fiends would just be torn apart, especially by this massive amount of damage. Scroll of the Beast now is that expired and they are retreating, but not before they took down a necropolis. That's quite a bit of gold that went down the drain. Blade Master is still sticking around. There's a Lich coming into place. He Frost knows that Blade Master, but he's in Windwalk. Plus he has the Scroll of Speed. Able to run away. No TP used there. The human player did use it though. Now Dreadlord coming in. He's bent on stealing some creeps, I suppose. And this shop, it would seem that it's just absolutely useless at this point of time. Didn't lose much, 2 grunts, but that's a lot of XP given to the enemy. The human player just keeps on producing the rifles, and he's upgrading them as well. So you're going to be quite powerful, but surprisingly he upgraded the armor first for those rifles. The first red creep camp, the only red creep camp of this map, it would seem that it was going to go to the undead player. Undead team, and what will be the item they do reveal to prevent that Blade Master from doing any creep jacking or item jacking? What did they take? Crystal Ball, complete waste. They can scout once, and most likely gonna sell it, but XP was nice. Oh, they lose a Fiend, another Fiend goes down. Oh, even though this wasn't, yeah, greedy fuck. Oh, that was devastating. Well, maybe not that detrimental, but they both had to use a TP. They lost 2 fiends. And what is this? He's going to tier 3, asking for some wood. Why is he going to tier 3? I wonder, are we going to see some berserkers? Perhaps. I do not understand the tier 3, aside from the orb and upgrades. I'm not sure the purpose of this tier 3. Seems to be content with massing runs right now. There is a bestiary in place, so doesn't look like berserkers at all, and this is not a proper hero for berserkers either. You need a Tauren chieftain with that aura. They're creeping out the upper creep camp now, cleaning up the undead team. In spite of this forward shot placement, the bottom team has failed to creep this out. Thus far, the undead team has a good creeping advantage. some buildings going down here, but they're really far forward. I wonder why. Perhaps they're trying to connect the Blight on two sides, but I don't think that that's gonna be that important. Perhaps it would have been better just to create a wall off here. I mean, with these two buildings,
town is under siege.
yeah, it could work. Could work. Voodoo Lounge now being taken down. I'm so curious to see what Warchief Rich will do with his tier
A
3.
player's forces are under attack.
He's upgrading the Spirit Walkers. He's gonna have that Dispel and Spiritling. They're gonna be quite useless. Fiends burrowing, and now they're gonna TP away. Failed to take down the shop, surprisingly. Thus far, the bottom team has forced a lot of DPs from those undead players. And this Paladin now takes 2 scrolls of healing, probably gonna give one to Warchief Rich. Is it the trade gonna happen? No, Blademaster is stacked. This is probably gonna go on the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter has a replenishment potion, which is very nice for recovering. Or even during mid-fight, you can just go in the back of the units and try to do it. I do not understand this language. Feel kinda looks like German, but doesn't really seem like it is. Arcane Tower being placed here, not a bad choice. Yet another expansion here by Star-Shaped, and it's fully operational now. 13k gold, 2 towers coming into position. Are there any masonry upgrades? No, there are none. Yeah, give Shadow Hunter the scroll, that scroll of healing. Because of the cooldowns, yeah, it's right there. Blademaster going in for a bit of scouting. There is a tier 3 Necromancers coming into play, but all they really need to have is sufficient dispelling units that can dispel, and those Necromancers will most likely be useless. Tier 2 for human, he keeps it, and he has double rifle production. He's upgrading them. I think he's just gonna max these rifles out. They're 1-1 now, soon to be 2-1. I wonder, are we going to see 3-3 rifles if he opts to upgrade? I mean, he certainly has. He should be able to do it, especially for mining 2 gold mines. But there's double rifle production with upgrades coming into place. And don't forget, you also need to place farms. A big strain on the resources. Now that Blademaster is being tailed by that shade. This is bad, because he can be seen. No. Oh, damn. You should have stopped that Black Citadel from shooting. Just let the Blademaster walk in, and then dish out a nuke on him. Meat wagons coming into play as well. But I have a feeling these Necromancers will just be useless if he... How many? Oh, there are only 2 Spirit Walkers. He needs way more than that. He needs like 4 or 5 Spirit Walkers to do some significant damage. Now he's giving them tier 3 upgrade. Master training, which means they're going to be able to revive between themselves. But their mana is limited. I do not see an Archmage with his Brilliance Aura. Not sure how this is gonna work out. He's probably better off just massing more Spirit Walkers. He's going to need them. He's going to need to dispel these skeletons. Dreadlord level 3 now. What is the aura level? Level 1 aura. So he went for level 2 sleep probably. Ghouls, abominations, necromancers coming in here. Statues, fiends. I don't see any destroyers. He should have the possibility to do it. Probably has the upgrade as well. Yes, he does. There's 1 destroyer coming into play. You really need that destroyer to eat that spirit link up. The human player with Paladin level 4, good support for that Blademaster. I mean, it feels like this build is just the Blademaster support, really. That Blademaster is gonna have they're gonna have a hard time killing that Blademaster. Lots of rifles. Rifles are now 2-1. We have an armor upgrade coming in for those rifles. There's soon going to be 2-2 rifles, but these meat wagons are gonna make it really difficult, especially if he has a disease cloud, and he does have a disease cloud. There's a Kodo Beast doing extra damage to all those rifles, and thus far the human team seems to be holding their ground, but these Meat Wagons just doing some crazy amounts of damage, especially in this choke point. This is not good. They need some siege of their own in order to equalize this. If only they had any siege of their own, this would be a completely different game. And Bella is now level 5, which means level 3 Holy Light. He's asleep now. He needs to be woken up. Heal that Blade Master, heal that Shadow Hunter. Instead, he opts to damage the enemy units. Neither one of these heroes is that low. Could have killed the Dreadlord perhaps if he had a cooldown ready on that Holy Light, but no. The Undead player is being pushed and pushed. These rifles retreating for no reason, I think. Now the Crypt Lord is in danger of going down. He's pretty low on health. What's gonna happen? Yep, he goes down. What happened to the Death Coil? Probably not enough mana. Yes, he did have enough mana. Probably wants to save it for something else or not for a cooldown. Abomination now. Being focused, those rifles doing crazy amount of damage. I suppose not enough Necro Wagons to make this choke favorable enough for the Undead players. Lots of low units here, and that Dispel is just killing all those skeletons. I cannot imagine what was the reasoning behind these Necromancers. They're so useless in this situation, especially with a large amount of Dispel. GG goes down, and Warchief Ridge and Starshade have taken this game. I'm gonna cast game number 3 very soon. Gonna take me a while to upload them. In any case, if you liked videos, if you enjoyed them, feel free to subscribe, like, most of all, comment. I value all your opinions. Till next time.